Guys, good morning. My name is Mohammad Asim Akram. Welcome back to the channel Cloud Asim. In this session, we are going to see how to deploy DeepSeek with integrated with Open Web Chat bot, right? And we deployed on AWS EC2 instance, which we are going to use Linux operating system, right? So let's go and check it out the document, and we will simplify the deployment, and we will debug in the process whichever we found that it's failing to start any of our LLM model or any chatbot integration, and how we are going to access that part, right? So in this case, we will go with the complete flow and we will check it out. So let's start the session over here. Guys, if you don't know my channel is Cloud Asim, where you can go and you can find latest cloud related DevOps and AI related content on my channel. If you're not subscribed, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe and share with your friend who is looking to migrate or have the hands-on knowledge on cloud and DevOps and AI parts, right? So let's start the session over here. So what we required is that we have some prerequisite. Is that what we have the prerequisite in the sense we required one virtual machine which we are going to take from AWS, right? So before that, we will go and we'll cross check all the details, right? This is a DeepSeek, which is a AI model, right? Which we have outperformed Open AI, which is ChatGPT, in all the aspects, right? With the performance and with the cost effective, it has reduced almost 70% cost with the APIs and runtime, and it has eliminated the GPU dependency, right? Which was a major dependency of LLM models. Okay, so this has eliminated, and we can take, and the moreover, it's an open source which we can take and deploy into our own environments, right? On our virtual machine and our local, and we can add the code, and we can train it, or we can use this to train our own model as well, right? Like a chat models. So this is open source. We can modify the code. We can do everything. But in this tutorial, we will cover how to host this DeepSeek on AWS or Linux machine, and how we can integrate with the chat bot so that we can have UI interface of that DeepSeek, right? So if you go, this is the official website which I have given all the aspect, which I have already covered that difference of this performance and everything. If you don't know, you can go and cross check this video over here. I have given all the details. Okay, so quickly we switch back to the tutorial. Okay, so as I say that we already have, and what we required Ollama, right? So Ollama basically is the package manager, right, for the LLM models, where we don't require to configure face hugging or API integration to host LLM. So Ollama, what is that? It will package everything, and it will support any LLM model to host on your machines. Okay. So this is the official website of Ollama. So if you check it over here, if you click on it here, it will give us three options where we can deploy this Ollama on Linux, Mac, and Windows. Sorry, Linux, Mac OS, and Windows, right? In our case, we are going to host on Linux. Okay. So in this case, what we require one virtual machine which we are going to take from AWS. Okay. If I'm going for the AWS over here, I'll be clicking on the instance running type, right? I don't have, I'll be clicking over here, right? I will give it name virtual machine, right? After that, I will take it as Ubuntu operating system over here. Okay. Then afterwards, there is a gimmick. For this, you require minimum like 16 GB RAM, which will enhance your performance of your LLM model hosted, right? So I'll go with the T3X large model, right? So that we can have a better performance. So I have tried with all the models. This is the best which give you best performance, right? Which is coming with the 4 CPU and 16 GB memory, okay? So I'll be selecting over here. So I'll be selecting one key over here, then I'll be downloading, and I will be selecting default. Then I'll click it on the launch instance. Okay. So when you create the launch instance, the EC2 instance will be created. Okay. So I have already created a virtual machine which I'm going to use it over here. So I have virtual machine which I'm connecting with the giving details. If you don't know how to do it, just you have to open this. You have to click on the here. You have to give the remote host. Then you have to specify Ubuntu. Then you have to pass the path of your PIN key. Okay. So this is how you're going to connect. But in my case, I have already connected. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you that this is 16 GB RAM. Okay. Where we have 4 CPU, right? 4Q. So I logged in as Ubuntu user. Okay. So I'll be switching to sudo su, right? So what are the prerequisites what we are going to do it, right? Simply what I'm going to do it, first I need to deploy Ollama on my virtual machine. For that use case, we'll go switch back over here, Ollama. I'll be taking this command, just we need to copy over here. Okay, then I'll be pasting over here, then I will hit enter. So what will happen? Ollama packages and everything will be configured on your Linux machine. Okay, so it will take some time, it will proceed and it will go for 100%. Okay, so we are making the foundation on which we can host our DeepSeek. Okay, so this will be unedited format, so that whatever debugging, whatever faces I'll be facing to access this, so that we can debug that aspect. Okay, well, it has detailed and is saying that there is no GPU. We know that we don't require GPU for Ollama to host it. Okay, so we know that warning also, that's fine. So now if I check it at Ollama hyphen version, so that should print the version of Ollama. That means the Ollama has been installed on my machine, right? So the next part is that I need to what I need to do, I need to install DeepSeek on my virtual machine. So for that use case, what I'm going to do it, just I'll be clicking on this. Let me just a second. Ollama here. I'll be going back to the Ollama, then I'll be going back over here. Guys, you have to go to the ollama.com. Then you have to go to the home page of that. Then I have to select DeepSeek R1. Okay. So this model we are going to get it. So here you can drop down, we can select 7B, right, which is the models. You have different models based on the performance. This is a low performance LLM model. You have this also based on your whatever virtual machine you have configuration of that, you can host it. For this tutorial we will be using 7B. Okay, just I'll be copying over here, then I'll go back over here and I'll be pasting over here. Okay, when you hit enter, Ollama will what will do, it will execute the DeepSeek, right, dependency and everything on your virtual machine. Okay, so it will assist you and it will package everything DeepSeek and it will integrate over here. So if you check it over, it's coming up 4.7 GB of your package of DeepSeek. Okay, so if you check it, the speed also very for good, because this is a virtual machine which is Linux operating system basically. Okay, Ubuntu, and even it has 60 GB of RAM. If you check the performance over here, still it's taking only 1 GB of RAM, right? So the CPU is 25%, but still you can go with T2 large or T3 large based on your use case. Okay, so if you check, it has already pulled the dependencies. It's saying that is successfully integrated, right? Successfully deployed. Now it's got given the prompt like CLI, right? So what I'm going to do it, I'm going to ask you that explain DevOps in 2 lines as human, right? As simple. Okay, just hit prompt. So I'm giving you one prompt. Like if you are not aware how to give the prompt, then you can just search on the internet or somewhere else. Just you write whatever you want in the term of your requirement. Okay, so what does the LLM model will think, do that, it will think before answering. Okay, so it's thinking in the think mode is going on. So itself is thinking from itself that what answer should I give to the user when it's given the prompt. Okay, so it's saying that, okay, so I need to explain what DevOps in just 2 simple lines. Let me think about how to approach this. Okay, first off, I know that DevOps standard for development and operation, but in more than just separating the two team and department, it's a crucial shift where development and operation work together towards common goal. Okay, if you check the CPU over here, you'll be finding that it's already consuming 50% of your CPU, right, to get the answer from your DeepSeek LLM model. Okay, fine. So we will cancel it because we know the prompt is coming up. Now the point is that whenever we're going to integrate with your DeepSeek, we are using CLI, right? But this is not the right way. We required a GUI, right? And we required one access of URL where we can go and access from the web browser. Then we can ask like a chat GPT how you're using, right? The same way we are going to ask with our application which I have hosted. Okay. For that use case, what we required, we need to take the help of one web open UI. Okay, so if you check it over here, this is a repository official from web open web UI. Okay, it has given all the codes. It is supported by Kubernetes, Docker, right? It's supported of the Docker. So what is that? If you check it over here, OpenUI is extendable, feature rich, and user friendly self-hosted AI platform. Okay, designed to operate entirely offline. It supports various LLM, Ollama, OpenAI compatible APIs, built-in engine, and everything. Okay, so if you go over below, how you're going to deploy it, right? Even this chatbot, what you have, it is responsively, right? Responsive design is given. Everything integration has been done. Something done. Now it's coming to the how to install that. You can use pip like Python library to install. Even we can use Docker. Okay, Docker there is an image on Docker. From there we can fetch and we can do it. So now the part is that we need to run this commands. Okay, to execute this thing, what we need to do it first, we need to install Docker on our machine, right? So let me go and check it out. Do I have uh, Docker or no, right? I have used Control D to exit this chatbot, right? So what I'm going to do it, Docker hyphen hyphen version, right? So if I print over here, it's saying that there is no Docker has been installed. So quickly what I'm doing, I can use this model also, but I need to do some of the things, right? And giving permission on everything. So what I have, I'll be coming over here. So I'll give the link of this repository where I have new Docker sh file. So what I'm going to do it, I'm going to just copy this Docker file, right? Docker file. I'll be going over here and I will use nano to uh, Docker script. So I'll be using Docker script. I'm going to write it docker.sh, right? And I'll be pasting over here the command whichever I have in my repository, and I will use Control X and Y to exit from this. Okay, Nano is a file editor. Okay, is a friendly, user friendly file editor. Now what we need to do, we need to, if you check LL over here, you see that there does not have the it does not have any executable permissions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it executable permission to this file. Okay, so docker.sh. What's happened? Okay, if you ll over here, you'll be finding okay, what happened, docker.sh. So where I've given control. Okay, fine. Just as friends, guys, what I've done, I have to just rename it to the simple in the smaller digit. Okay, so if I ll over here, then I think I can execute this point. Right, let me just fix it, no problem. If I ll over here, now you're going to find it. What's wrong with the ch? Okay, I have used Control X. Oh, sorry, I should have given small x. No problem. This is how you can debug. This is a small issues, right? So just I have given the wrong command over here. Capital X was given. Okay. So what happened? Now if you ll over here, you will be seeing that this is in the green. So this file is now executable permission is there. So we can use sh command and we will use it so that it can deploy Docker on our machines. Okay. So what kind of commands that is going to execute, right? So if you check it over here, what is going? It's going to update my package because I have Linux patch here, right? Then after I'm going, it's going to install docker.io. Then it's going to give some permission to Ubuntu, Jenkins, and it's going to refresh the group after adding, right? So because I'm going to access this Docker PS the Ubuntu user as well, right? So after that, I'm going to give it some kind of permissions which I required during the runtime. Okay. So if I go over here, so it's saying Jenkins does not, no problem that we know that we have not configured Jenkins, right? But this has been used in another projects as well. Okay, that's fine. Then after what we will do it, now if I check it over here, Docker. So if I hit Docker, it should prove me that the commands, okay? So that means Docker is installed, right? Let me just give it hyphen hyphen version. So it's printing that Docker version is installed. Now what we are going to do it, simply see, let's go follow the document over here, right? We have done everything, everything we have done it, okay? Now what I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for the document over here. Then what I'm going to do it, I'm going to take this one, right? I'm going to take this and host over this. I'm going to copy this machine command over here and I'll be pasting over here, right? So if I paste it over here, it should fetch a container, a image, and create a container out of that. Okay. So it's what it done. It's taking Open Web UI from the Docker Hub, right? So if you check it over here, what is the image? It's fetching one image from the Docker Hub, and it's creating a Docker container out of that. Okay, and what is going to do it? The application hosted mapped with 8080 and 80. I'm going to map with 3000 so that I can access what I'm going to access. I'm going to access with IP of that. Okay, and even while I have created this virtual machine, I have opened the port of, right, which port I have opened. Let me just point it over here as well. I have opened the port 8080 in the security group. Okay, got it. So this is successfully pulled. So if I go Docker images, you're going to find that one Docker image is fine, right? That is GSCR. This is the provider. From there you have this, right? If I'm going to give it Docker PS-A, then you're able to find that this is container is up and running, which is within 23 seconds ago, right? Just now I have executed. Now what I'm going to do it, I'm going to try to access, right? And just a second. Just let me just take the IP of this virtual machine. This is a virtual machine, right? I'm going to go over here, right? I'm going to give it, because where it is mapped, it maps to in 3000. Okay, which I will show you as well. Don't worry about that. So if I'm going to netstat, right, network, I'm going to print it all the networks which is there, right? It say that I don't have network, so I will install this network tool, right, which is a package, small package. So after that, I will just show you inside this Linux machine on which port that is running, right? So if I netstat over here, you're able to find that this is 3000 on which one Docker proxy is running. Which is a Docker proxy? This is the one. 80 is the port number of the container, and the localhost number, local machine number, which have port map is 3000. Okay, so it's coming off 3000, right? So 3000. So now if I'm going to go and access over here, you'll be finding this has been installed, right? So I'm going to go over here. Then what I'm going to do it, I'm going to give it a name, email, Muhammad Asim Akram. I'll be giving, let's say, right, I'm going to copy this so that let me give it 05, right, and I'll take one image so that I don't forget when I'm going to troubleshoot this, right? So I'll be copying over here, guys, so that I can access after that as well if I missed out, right? So I'll be creating one admin, right? Just okay, fine. So it's saying that no new open wp is there. Okay, let's go it. So there is a one prompt. So if I check it over here, okay, I don't find any LLM model DeepSeek on this machine, right? So what happened, there is some issue which we need to debug it. Okay, by default it will listen some of the services, right? So for that, what I'm going to do it simply, let me go and open this service, right, which is Ollama service, and we will check it out what is the actual, right, virtual machine is there, right? See, if you check it over here, you're seeing that environment, it has given some environment which path has been specified, but this container cannot be accessed outside of uh, outside of the internet. Okay, so in this case, what we need to pass some environment, right? We need to pass some environment, right? So for that, what I'm going to do it, I'm going to copy over here, right? I'll be pasting over here. Then afterwards, I'll be giving mark over here. Just a second. Okay, after that I need to pass this open, right? So what I'm going to do it, I'm going to just I'll be passing 000, right? So for that, let me just copy over here. Sorry, just a second. I'll be copying and I'll be pasting. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to give you the document because already I have debugged this like almost like I have done for 2 years to 2 hours to debug this. Okay, so I'll be saving over here. Just we need to pass Ollama host is equal to 0. So it's accessible anywhere from the world, right? With that IP. So I'll be saving over here. After saving, what we need to do, I need to restart this service, right? So for that, we have a command over here. Just what I'm going to do, I want to restart system daemon, right? System CTL. I'm going to restart over here. Then afterwards, what I'm going to do, I'm going to restart this Ollama, and we will see that our service is up and running, right? After adding this. So if it doesn't, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to check the status now. It should not prompt any error over here. So if I find that this saying that there is no error, that this service is up and running. By default, whenever we're going to deploy any package over here, one service will be created like Jenkins, Docker, right? You will be find one service, right? Systemctl Jenkins service, you are going to find it. The same way, there is a one service of Ollama, which is up and running. Now what I'm going to do it, I'm going to stop the Docker container because this container is creating some issues, right? Docker PS, okay. So Docker PS is there. Oh, sorry, Docker PS, Docker PS. Okay, so I got it this one. So what I'm going to do it, I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to give it 2 digits of the container ID, which is starting to. That's fine. It will read it over here. Then afterwards, what I'm going to do it, I'm going to delete this Docker. What I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this Docker container as well. Okay. So the reason is that we need to pass some parameters. Okay, I'll show you that part. What I'm going to delete this Docker image as well, or I can use the Docker image. No need to it because we are taking from Google from the Docker hub, right? So guys, we have deleted the container, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going for again to the document of Open WebUI. Then what I'm going to do it, I'm going to see on my what command is it, right? The same command, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to create new container out of this. Okay, just to make sure that whatever we have changes in service dot olama dot service, right, that has to be reflected. Okay, so now in this case, if I'm going to print it over here, right, and Docker PS, so if I check it over here, it's has created 11 second ago, right? So what happened, 11 second again. So in this case, what I'm going to access with the 3000 port. So in this case, I'll go over where which I've given, and I will refresh here. So what the problem was that I was not able to find my what I'll say, I'm not able to find my model in this chatbot. Okay, so here I'm going to pass it over here. Then I'm going to sign in. Okay, so now if I'm going to sign it, see, you're going to debug this as well, right? So I'm going to find now DeepSeek R1 model inside the chatbot. Okay, so if you check it over here, you'll be finding what kind of chart has been done. And the name also I have given this name. If you go for the settings, you have different setting. Admin panel, you can save on everything. And how many users we have? We have one users over here. So here what I'm going to do it, just I'm saying that I'm going to print it hello, right? So DeepSeek, what will do it? It will think what I have given, then it will print some output, right? So it's taking some time. What it will do, the chart will interact with the DeepSeek, and it will think before answering because it's thinking models, and it will print some under, right? So let's test that place as well. So it will take some time. So let's think how much consumption is taking out. It's taking 46.54% of our CPU, right? So guys, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe because most of my viewers are not subscribed. Even they watch my channel, my videos, but they are not subscribing. My humble request is please do subscribe. And if you found that is helpful, please share with your friends so that they can have a hands-on knowledge on this tutorial as well. Okay. And please don't forget to comment and let me know how this tutorial is there, how I can improve myself, right? It might be speed, voice quality, or video quality, or knowledge wise. Okay. See, I have given one prompt, right? What prompt I have given? Hello, right? So it's printing that the hello, how can history assist you today? So I'm saying that please, please explain Docker. You okay? So what I'm going to do it now? I'm given one more prompt that is Docker, right? Please explain Docker, right? Okay, fine. Whatever the prompt we had given it, right? So we receive the output from there. Before that, it has taken some thinking model. It has questioned itself, then it's given as prompt as Docker is a container platform used for the packaging, shipping, and running application in an isolated environment, right? Then it has explained that what is Docker, the key benefits of Docker. If you bullet points that it's simplified deployment, consistent environment, multi-stage build, caching, networking, and volume storage. So whatever the prompt we required, we can create that prompt and we can take it from there, right? So if I'm going for the new chart, okay, there, if you check it over here, one more point we found is that I'll show you here. There is a multiple option where you can edit, you can read, and you can auto response as well. Okay, So this is how you can deploy on your AWS EC2 instance, Linux operating system, and you can use this chatbot, right? Chatbot where we are using the chatbot, right? We have used Open Web UI chatbot to integrate our LLM model so that we can use UI front end. From there, we can access. Even you can use this reverse proxy to host on this IP. Then you can add it one domain to it. You can add it in SSL certification against that as well. Okay. So this we will try to cover in the new next tutorial. Okay. So that is how you can deploy your Ollama model. Then you can deploy LLM Deepseek, and you can integrate with your front end UI. Okay. Please don't forget to share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you receive the latest updates from our channel. Okay. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.